Ever wondered how it would feel to be able to fly at any time to anywhere? To sip the finest champagne and enjoy top-notch cuisine? To have ample legroom and to be waited on hand and foot? Hello darlings, it's me again, coming straight to you with another video. In this video, I'm going to be covering the hidden costs of owning a private jet. It's a luxury that's reserved only for the truly wealthy. Those used to the high life. But at what cost? Not only does it have a pocket-draining price tag, but the cost of its maintenance is equally, if not more, expensive. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to join the family. The initial cost will of course be the jet. How much do these cost? Well, it depends on many factors, like the size. Do you want a mid-size or a luxury executive airliner? Then you would need to consider if you want a brand new or pre-owned jet. A pre-owned would cost considerably less than a new one. However, the lifespan is measured in flight hours and landings as opposed to age. The lowest price will set you back $1.96 million. For that, you get a Cirrus Vision, which is the world's first single-engine private jet. And the most expensive? Well, the sky is the limit. That depends entirely on your imagination and, of course, your bank balance. It is believed that the most expensive jet on the market right now is the Air Force One, which consists a whopping $660 million. However, we suspect that is just the tip of the iceberg. Click the link below to check out our video exploring the most expensive jets in the world. After the purchase price of the jet, the next considerable costs are for maintenance. The exact amounts depend on many factors, but can change greatly from hundreds to thousands to even millions of dollars, sometimes outweighing the cost of the jet alone. At this point, you might want to question if this is a sound investment. This is not a cost that can be avoided, as even when it is not in use, you still have to keep it in check and follow a routine schedule of maintenance. So, even if you had 0 flights all year, like during the pandemic, there would still be component replacements you are required to service at specific periods. These are as often as every 3 months. Failing to do so could have your license revoked. Yikes! Jets can't fly themselves. And while there's autopilot and advancements in technology such as self-driving cars, self-flying aircraft are yet to be invented. If you are not qualified to fly your jet, then you have no option but to hire yourself an onboard pilot and a crew that will help them navigate. You will be expected to cover their salaries and expenses. Although costs will always vary depending on a lot of criteria, jet owners would have to expect to pay at least $200,000 a year. In recent years, we've seen advancement in cars powered by electricity. However, electric jets aren't available anywhere in the market yet. It's been known as one of the costliest things you have to cash out for, because jet fuel is priced at over $2.25 to $5.50 per gallon. The exact price would depend on the model of your private jet. Larger models, such as the Gulfstream G700, can consume up to 380 gallons an hour. So, if you do the math, you have to dish out over $1,000 for 1 hour alone. So, if you're one to travel frequently, this would amount to hundreds of hours a year. So expect to pay anywhere near $300,000. When you are jetting off to luxurious destinations, you'll need somewhere to park your jet. Clearly, a regular garage or parking lot will not do. You will need somewhere it not only fits, but where it's safe and can be cared for. Therefore, you will need to buy or rent a hang garage. Hangars, as they are commonly known, are used for protection from the weather. direct sunlight, and for maintenance, repair, manufacture, assembly, and storage of an aircraft. Depending on where it's located, you could expect to between $3,000 to $5,000 a month, setting you back approximately $40,000 annually, just for a parking space. Of course, things can always go wrong, so you will need to protect yourself and your investment. Some people forget that insurance is often needed to operate a private jet. I mean, why would you want to risk it, right? It is usually the first thing a jet owner must take care of. The hull value, which includes the aircraft itself, the propulsion system and equipment usually installed in the aircraft, determines how much premium you will pay. The average for these types comes to at almost 14% of the hull value. However, the standard liability is around $200 million, but the exact figure would take into account the age of the jet, type of ownership, and way of usage. Even if you are religiously following the routine calendar schedule needed to operate the plane, there will always be some unexpected repairs that crop up. So you have to consider this cost too. After all, even if you've been taking care of yourself, eating the right food, drinking the right drinks, there's always a possibility of feeling under the weather. One good example of an unexpected repair would be a damaged tire. It would have to be replaced immediately, and one tire alone will set you back about $2,000 to $3,000, excluding the service fees. If you're a person who can afford to own a private jet, then you're also the type of person that doesn't have enough time to manage said jet. Staff doesn't just mean flight attendants, pilots, and cabin crews. It also means people who can do administrative services, such as scheduling an aircraft, dispatching, coordinating with maintenance, accounting, record keeping, and other sorts of reports. Though the amount you would have to spend would still depend on your plane and how often it flies. Be prepared to dish out hundreds to thousands of dollars for this service. While we haven't covered everything that needs to be paid yet, everything that hasn't been mentioned falls under this list. These include food and beverage supplies, special owner requests, one-time fees, or customization. I mean, if you want to have a private jet, you might want to let the world know you own it, right? And what is the use of flying on your own when you're not dishing out on the grandest of meals that you won't ever see even on business class planes? You have to compete the luxurious experience to truly appreciate the luxury liner, and what better way to do this by spending on things to take your experience to a whole other level. Before anyone decides to own a private jet, one should consider whether it's worth it. Some people will be rich enough to buy one, but most not be rich enough to keep one. So, hey, if you're thinking about treating yourself, keep in mind these hidden costs. Would you ever own a private jet? Do you think these costs outweigh the conveniences of flying in comfort and style? Let us know what you think in our comments section down below. Thank you for tuning in to the video. If you like our content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time.